Hey guys, my name is Adam. Welcome to my first ever YouTube video on my new YouTube channel. Today I'll be showing you guys how to make this really cool piece of home decor. You can use this as a very elegant jewelry holder, or you can just use it as a very nice piece to put around the house. So let's get straight to it. Alright, so first we're going to need our materials. Number one, you're going to need a vase. I got mine for Daiso for $2. You can probably get it from a flower shop as well. We're looking for a vase that's about 5 cm or 2 inches in diameter. You're going to need white spray paint. I got mine for $3, which is quite cheap. If you want a better finishing, you might want to invest in a more expensive paint, but a $3 one will do fine. Third, you're going to need a glue gun. I already had this lying around at home, so it was no extra cost for me. And lastly, you're going to need 2 to 3 branches. The criteria is that it just has to look like a tree or resemble a tree. Now just a tip, try and stick to branches that have fallen off naturally or get them off dead plants. Try not to get them off live plants because number one, you'll be damaging the plants, and number two, there's going to be a bit of moisture inside, and that's not going to be good for our DIY project. Now that we have all our materials ready, let's get started. First, you want to spray all the branches white. I did about 3 to 5 layers of paint on one side, leaving about 5 minutes between sprays for the paint to dry. Once you've covered one side, you can turn the branches over and spray about another 3 to 5 layers on the other side. Okay, once you've painted the branches, you're going to grab your hot glue gun and you're going to apply a little bit of glue onto the branches and glue them onto the side of the vase. Hold it in place for a few seconds to let the glue dry. After which, grab the rest of your branches and glue them onto the sides as well. And with just those 2 steps, you will have a pretty decent piece of home decor, which you can just use on its own if you wanted to, and it looks pretty good. However, one major flaw with the way it looks now is that if you look closely, you can actually see the hot glue on the sides, and it's not very aesthetically pleasing. I solved this issue by covering it up with a little bit of paper mache, which is very simple to do. To create this paper mache, you're going to grab one piece of scrap newspaper and roll it up as so. Then you're going to fold the top over to create kind of like a dome shape. And it should look something like this. Now stuff the newspaper carefully into the vase with the folded part on top. Once you put the newspaper in place, grab your hot glue gun and secure it onto the side of the vase as well. Now we can get started with the paper mache. You're going to need a little bit of water and white glue. Mix both of these into a container at about 2 parts glue to 1 part water. Then grab a brush and stir it thoroughly. You should get a slightly thick consistency. Now grab the same brush and apply the mixture onto the newspaper. Tear off small pieces of either tissue paper or toilet paper and place it over the surface. Then grab your brush and apply more of the mixture. Now repeat this process to completely cover the surface. You're going to want to cover it with at least 3 layers or more in order to completely cover the newspaper. Once done, it should look something like this. Now put that aside and leave it overnight to dry. Now you're probably going to have a bit more of the mixture left over, and we're going to use that to make the apple. Now grab a few small shreds of newspaper and soak it up in the remaining glue. Once it's all soaked up, you want to actually tear it into smaller pieces until it becomes very pulpy. Once you're done with that, squeeze the pulp to get rid of most of the moisture, and then roll it up in your hands to create a ball. Then place it on a tray and use a pencil or pointed object to create a dent on the top. This is going to become the top of the apple. Now you can go ahead and clean up the sides to try and make it as smooth as possible, but it doesn't have to be a perfect apple. And once you're happy with it, just place it aside and leave it overnight to dry. Now that we've left it overnight, the apple and the vase should be dry. First, let's check on the vase. As you can see, it's completely dried, And it looks pretty good, kind of like a snowy ground of some sort. However, you want to keep this surface away from any kind of moisture or water, because if it does contact water, it will soften again. Now let's check on the apple. Once the apple is completely dried, it should look something like this. Now I went ahead and spray painted the apple red. Now you can do this with either spray paint or acrylic paint, works fine as well. Next you're going to need a little stem that attaches to the top of the apple. To do this, I just cut off a small piece of the branch that I'm going to use. Now that I have the apple and the stem, I'm going to use a bit of hot glue to glue these two pieces together. And next I'm going to use just a little bit more hot glue to glue this piece onto the main branch. Now just hold it together for a few seconds to let the glue dry, and with that, you're done with the whole project. Hey guys, I really like the way this project came out. Tell me what you think about it in the comment section down below. And if you decide to make it for yourself, then be sure to tag me on Instagram at this hashtag over here. If you want to see more of the videos like this in the future, then remember to like, subscribe and follow me on Instagram. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video, if I do make one. And that's it. Bye!